stops. Hey. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense need to stop. Stop. I'm making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic laws. I have seen what speed can do. Here I am to your rescue to help you to live. Just take this advice I give. I want in all drivers to take care of your passengers. Be careful on the road. Hey. Don't make it an episode. How much more tragedy we have to endure to face the reality. Less is safer than more. I'm begging all my friends. Hey. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down, down, down. No, it's the fast and furious.
All right, 6 minutes up to the hour of 9 o'clock, and we got a late start this morning. We've been ironing out, we have it's almost a cricket field inside here today. Yes, but we got the police are in the building, and we got, I think I see some folks from Public Works. Yes, Public Works. All right. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to you guys and let you guys do your thing. I'll be here moderating, squeezing in every now and then if I have to. I'm sure the public out there have a lot of questions for you guys at the moment. So, good morning.
Thank you very much, my colleague. Good morning to one and all in Wasteland and to my
That's Randy Westcott.
this morning. I am not alone this morning in the studio. I have a number of my counterparts, my colleagues with me in the radio studio. Today we are on Traffic Talk. The police is not here, so the show is ours. My name is George Gilbert, Chief Engineer and Project Manager for the Road Rehabilitation
We're going to
Project
take a break at 9 o'clock, then you are
at
going to go
Public
inside.
Works. And we are actually doing we are actually repairing or rehabilitating the Island Main Road. And the Island Main Road, we started at the airport roundabout, give and take, just a little off there, and we went to as far as just outside the Keys for 5 kilometers, and then we took the next 5 kilometers from Camps roundabout to Challengers by the Daycare Center, Bloody Point. That's 5 kilometers on both sides, so that's 10 kilometers. And then that's phase 1. Then we went into phase 2, and phase 2 is the rest of the Island Main Road, which is from just outside of Keys via Deep Bay, going through Sandy Point back to Challengers. And then now we have from the Camps roundabout via Keon Street, Wellington Road, back to the airport roundabout to complete phase 2. So currently we are on phase 2. And with the phase 2, we are in the most challenging part of phase 2. I must repeat, we are in the most challenging part of phase 2. And that is from the Camps roundabout to the airport roundabout. Now, in that corridor there, we have a number of activities taking place in that corridor. We have the cable inside there actually taking the opportunity to upgrade their fiber optic lines. So what they are doing, they are actually excavating, they're actually laying new ducts for the new fiber optic cable. You know that, the schools are into fiber optics, and all institutions now you're paying lines, you're paying online as opposed to going in line to pay. So everybody now using the service, so the service is in more demand, so they are taking the opportunity while we are at the road work. In addition to that, we have Skelec, who is actually relocating poles at the same time and doing some upgrade work too. We have Flo, who actually in the same corridor doing work there also. We have Water Department, who actually changing out some of their lines and actually making new connections, repairing connection, and upgrading the work in the very same corridor. In addition to that, we have a small contractor known as Prime Construction. He's actually doing sidewalks and drain. And we have the main contractor, who is Surrey Paving and Aggregate. They're actually doing the main part of the work, which is removing the black surface, the asphalt, removing the base, laying new base, sub-base, and actually laying a new asphalt surface. So there are a number of activities, a number of players participating in that very small corridor, which is the most critical corridor in Bastille and in St. Kitts. Now, one of the things I have done is to advise the listening public, the general public, if you don't have to use Keon Street, Wellington Road, please use the F.T. Williams Highway or use the Bay Road where possible. And we actually went out to the business places and we actually spoke to them about what will be happening. We gave them a letter and, apologize for the inconveniences which we may cause, and we actually update them as to what is happening. Periodically, we actually send out information via the radio station, via the internet, via Facebook, and we try to flood the media, various platforms, with information in relation to the roadwork. We have some hiccup on the roadwork as presently. We have so many players participating in that very same corridor that we have some, how should I put it now? Some dislocation, and we are trying to sort it out at this moment. In addition to that, we had some heavy rainfall, inclement weather, which has actually washed out some of the base material. So that again has created some additional drawbacks. So as a result of that, we have to go and rectify these problems, sit down, regroup as to how we can best go through that corridor there and minimize the delay as possible. So I want to take this opportunity to apologize to the businesses, the traveling public, the pedestrian, and all those users of the corridor there for the inconveniences which we have caused at this time. We regret it, we apologize for it, and we will do all in our powers to move through that area as quickly as possible. It seems to me that today will be a relatively good day, so we'll capitalize on it and see how much we can get done, and we will move forward. We'll work on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, to actually get through that corridor as speedily as possible. I'm not going to do all the talking this morning. I think I've done a lot. I have with me Ms. Warner from the ministry, who is the communication specialist. She will just update you as some of the initiatives which she has taken on board in relation to the roadworks.
Okay, Ms. Warner, before we do that, we're going to make a break and bring you the 9 o'clock news report. When we come back, we'll continue Traffic Talk. All right.
We are all in this together.
And we all have a part to play to keep our island COVID-free.
Play your part and stay safe and healthy.
Our borders will soon be reopened. Get ready.
So what are you doing to keep St. Kitts COVID-free? As we get ready to serve, it is important in your vehicle and post signs to remind passengers to use hand sanitizers and wear their mask and follow social distancing protocols.
When providing a service, it is important that and sanitize their hands.
Once you have completed your trip, remember to sanitize your hands and your vehicle. Seats must be disinfected and all high-touch areas, such as doors and seat handles, must be sanitized before your next trip. Let's do all we can to keep ourselves and our visitors safe.
Here at St. Kitts Water Safaris, we know it has been a difficult time for everyone due to the worldwide COVID pandemic, but we saw it as an opportunity. We made the best of all the downtime that we have. We've been maintaining the jet skis weekly, constant servicing, and 2 of them are actually in the shop right now getting repainted. We've also been doing customer service training, hygiene training with the staff bi-weekly. And I think that we have been very keen on how to not be as interactive as we have been, because we are a very customer-forward company as it pertains to hugging, handshaking, picture taking, and that kind of stuff. So that has been the most difficult for us, but we've been very keen on making those necessary changes. We are ready as we can be for when all the tourists start coming back, and even more than the tourists, we are ready for the locals to start coming out from curfew, and we're just ready to have some fun.
My name is O'Neill Mulrain, and I have been giving nature tour for over 40 years. My passion in the rainforest is about plants and the wildlife. There are many different species of plants throughout the rainforest floor, which is like 35 to about 40 different species. And most of them can be used for homeopathic medicinal purposes, like the main apple plants can be used for loss of appetite. This is sage or lantana. They both can be used for tea purposes. In my hand, I'm holding silver trumpet. Scientific name, citrifolia. It's been recommended to make a bush tea, drop the height of the blood pressure, hypertension, cool it. The rainforest in St. Kitts has been protected and actually growing. This is the ideal time for you to explore and to have an adventure. Remember to keep the forest clean, just the way you meet it.
The St. Kitts and Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce would like to remind persons when patronizing businesses to abide by the following COVID-19 guidelines to protect employees, customers, and our community. Urge employers to check employees and customers with a non-contact head thermometer on arrival to a business place. It's mandatory that employees wear a face mask when at work and in the presence of others. No customers will be permitted to enter an establishment without a face mask. Encourage both employees and customers to wash their hands with soap and water, or sanitize their hands with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer of at least 60% alcohol when entering a building, after interacting with customers, and throughout the day. Remember to maintain 6 feet physical and social distancing. Consider installing barriers such as sneeze guards or partitions in high traffic areas to limit close contact between employees and customers. Clean and disinfect highly touched surfaces such as doorknobs, telephones, cash registers, bathrooms, tables and countertops regularly throughout the day. Offer e-commerce services or curbside pickup options wherever possible. Encourage good hygiene practices among staff and customers by posting signs and posters in the business place. For more information and tips to consider, visit www.covid19.gov.kn.
My name is Carla Astafan, and I have been a potter for over 20 years. I know it's a very difficult time for all of us in the industry, but this time has given me the opportunity to really rethink the whole operation. It's given me time to do other things, to do my pottery. I'm trying to stockpile on my work. To my brothers and sisters in the tourism industry, this is a time to look towards the future. This is a time to examine what you have been doing, see what new things you can do, how you can diversify, how you can innovate, plan ahead. So with proper planning, we will all be prosperous in the future.
My name is Omar Chin. I'm a small business owner by the name of Nightlife Barbecue and Grill. Location is right in front of the Silmax movie. I just thanking Social Security to come on board in this time like this now. You know, we have a COVID-19 relief fund supporting us. You know, it's a good thing to come on board. Like our Social Security just come across on board and just, you know, helping out in this time. You know, it's a very good thing. Asking all the people around who have small businesses can join Social Security. It's a very nice thing. The most people who travel from foreign to come in St. Kitts, come live in St. Kitts and do business in St. Kitts, join Social Security. Thank you, Social Security, to be with us in the time in need.
Visit our offices and sign up for our self-employed coverage. Beroe, Basseterre, or Pinneys Estate, Nevis.
Online payments now available for employers and the self-employed. Pay your monthly Social Security contributions via online banking at your convenience 24/7, 365. Safe, reliable, secured.
Social Security, because you deserve a future.
People are living healthier and longer lives. Families are growing from strength to strength. Things are good now, thanks to Social Security. But the reality is, in order for the fund to remain sustainable, we must begin the conversation about Social Security reform. It is our responsibility as a nation to make sure that Social Security continues to exist for generations to come. Social Security, because you deserve a future.
My name is Chef Larry Monrose of the Royal St. Kitts Hotel, and my healthy dish today is crushed avocado caprese on toast with poached eggs. I go to this healthy dish when I am short on time and I need something extremely healthy that will keep me throughout the day and is complete. I first start off by cutting and toasting my bread. I pre-season the bread with some olive oil, kosher salt and black pepper. I toast that for about 5 minutes at about 355 degrees in the oven. I go ahead and cut open my avocado, check how ripe it is.
Good morning, Ronnie. My name is Sharina Wan and the Energy Unit. Now, for today's conversation, the focus is mostly on Water Services Department and the Public Works Department. And first off, as the Communications Officer, I would want to tell the public that as a ministry, our goal is to be quality-based and customer-focused. And in saying that, it simply means that our goal is not to interrupt the services for our customers and consumers unnecessarily. And so the projects that we are undertaking, in essence, is to improve our services. And this particular project that we are undertaking right now, the installation and replacement of water lines, of course, it causes discomfort, but that comes with change. And the change that we're expecting is that we are having an improved service. And so we want persons to, while you may be a little bit not dissatisfied with the service at the moment, think of the long run, think of the improvements that can be had from the change that we are trying to make in terms of the replacement of the water lines. And so we're just asking the public to exercise some patience with us as we go through this process. Of course, things happen that are unplanned. Nothing goes as we wish, but our goal, especially from the communications unit, is to provide information. And we feel that if people have information, they feel empowered, because being in the know helps you to know how to plan and how to prepare. In some instances, we may not be able to provide the information as timely as persons would wish. And that, of course, is because, again, things happen unplanned. For instance, we see the inclement weather from yesterday and possibly lasting throughout the rest of the week. And so while we have projected dates to complete certain projects, things like these, the weather, can cause us to, rain check on our plans. And so we are asking for persons to understand things like these. And of course, there are different stakeholders involved. And so today we might be doing this, but then we have to revert to another plan to allow another person to come through something, and so that could delay the plans as well. So there are several factors that we, on a daily basis, we may not be able to, in our announcements, in our notices, be able to get into the nitty-gritty with the public. And it's not that we're trying to retain or hold information. It's just that some of the things it would take getting technical with you. I myself cannot understand the technicalities, but we have the persons here who do. But on a daily basis, we cannot bombard you with that information. Our goal is to tell you if the service is going to be interrupted, when, and for how long. We think that is the information that you need to adequately prepare yourself. And so the communications unit, it is new, but to say that we are new is not to say that we are not efficient enough to supply you with the information that you need, not efficient enough to supply you with the information when you need it. We've been trying our hardest to do so, and of course we go through avenues such as ZZ Radio, ZZ TV, social media, as Mr. Gilbert would have noted earlier. And so we are asking persons to, like our Facebook page, nothing is better than getting the information from the horse's mouth. And so you like our Facebook page, the Ministry of Public Infrastructure. Everything that is disseminated to the media, of course, it will be on our page first. And so we're asking you as well to like and follow SKNIS, that's our partner, St. Kitts Nevis Information Service. You can always find our information there, among several other influencers who we release our information to in hopes that they have large followings, and so persons will see them quickly as soon as they're disseminated. Another big project that we're hoping would help us in terms of dissemination of information is to launch an instant messaging platform. We believe through instant messaging, whether you're on social media, almost everybody, every adult, every homeowner, even the children have cell phones. And so if at least one person in the household has a cell phone, the information will get to that household, and that is important. So we will send the information via text message. But this avenue that we are going down, it requires that the public at least somehow cooperate with us, in the sense that we need your information. We need to know your numbers in order to send the information to you. And so we're in the process of data collection. At the moment, we have some customer information forms with our cashiers at the Water Services Department. That's the post office and up at Needs Must in the main building. And so we're asking persons, when the cashiers ask you to fill the form, to kindly cooperate, because it is for a good. We're not just trying to get your information just to have it, but we want to actually use it and use it for your benefit, to get information to you. As well as you can come on our Facebook page and you can find the link for persons who are more technical and computer savvy. You fill the form and it comes right back to us. And once we have those numbers, we'll definitely, Ronnie, you would hear us back here talking about this big new text messaging platform that we have ready to launch. But we need the cooperation of the public first. And so, again, I want to reiterate that it is not that we want to interrupt, be disruptive to any of our services. We are service providers, and like service providers in the private companies, in the private sector, although we are government, people assume that we don't care for some reason, but it is not that at all. We are service providers and we want to satisfy our customers. And so our goal is to provide quality service in hopes that it is customer focused, in the sense that we want to ensure that the customers know that they are the focus, they are the highlight. Everything that we do, we take them into consideration. But in some instances, we just really can't avoid things. Emergency happens. And so we want them to exercise some sort of patience. And we are trying to be as apologetic as possible. We apologize every time we have to interrupt the service, because it is not something we want to do. And so that's pretty much my point here this morning, Ronnie.
Very well taken, very well taken. Quick question I would ask. Does this department cover all interruptions. Let's say, for instance, the water department want to take off water for whatever reason. Would your department disseminate that information?
Of course, and I'm very surprised that you don't know because, I mean, I think that by now...
I didn't say I didn't know. I'm speaking to the world.
Oh, you're speaking to the world.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry. So our images, they've been taken off. They've been... Sometimes I send it to one of our influencers. I haven't even posted it on our Facebook page yet, but then persons are sending it back to me. And that makes me feel good because it means that in very short time it is circulating. And so we want people to do that as well. We are hoping that when you get the information, it may be happening in Sandy Point, an outage in Sandy Point. But please, if you get it and you're living in Bastia, share it with your friends in Sandy Point so that they know. Because in fairness to persons, yes, they may see the information post the event. They may see it when the water is already back. But they tell me this now far. The water don't come back. They say news to me now. And so the faster it circulates, the chances increase of persons getting it at the appropriate time. And of course, again, with instant...
And Philip, Assistant Water Engineer, the Island Main Road Rehabilitation Project. The St. Kitts Water Services Department has seen an opportunity to upgrade many of our main pipelines that run directly beneath the Island Main Road. So in continuing with this initiative, we're the first persons in the Wellington Road corridor. We started work about 8 weeks ago, replacing the main pipeline there, upgrading it to provide better service to our customers. Since then, we've had a few hiccups, but I can assure you that the work is basically complete. We should be wrapping up within that corridor by the end of this week, once the weather holds well. I also want to again apologize for the many outages that we would have had to impose upon our customers. We tried our best to inform them. When we started the work on Wellington Road, we would have put a few messages out there on social media to make sure that everyone is aware and informed that of what is happening, give them a brief message about the scope of the work and what's not. So Ms. Warner has helped a lot in that regard, just getting the message out there. And we really want it to be spread, throughout. I mean, not just to persons who are in the area, but persons who may be using the main road, persons who may have family members in the area. Because at the end of the day, our mission or our goal is to provide safe, potable water to all our consumers. We really don't want to disconnect our service at any time, but because of the scope of the work, we would have had to a few times. But I can assure you guys that in the coming week, we will be completely finished with Wellington Road, and it will be left to Surrey Paving, as the partnership would have it, to resurface and rehabilitate the road in that regard. And that would be my bit.
We're looking at a week, because I was just about to ask a question if you had a timeline. So
yeah, and that's the timeline for replacement of the water lines. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, good morning.
Your name?
Charles Parrish, also Assistant Water Engineer at the Water Services Department. And it's a struggle now between Mr. Philip and Ms. Warner and Project Manager Mr. Gilbert to find something to add here, because I think they would have really, covered the majority, yes. But, just to lend the support to the plea that went out for patience and some understanding from the general public. As Mr. Philip stated, we would be wrapping up with Wellington Road, the Wellington Road to Baker's Corner portion of that work. So probably, well, most likely the following week. We're not saying that there won't be any outages, but not to the extent of which it was for the past couple of weeks. Because, regular maintenance continues, and from time to time we would have to interrupt the supply to execute those the maintenance works. When we're done with Bastia, the turn to Sandy Point. So we'll take the opportunity now to let the Sandy Pointers know that we will be coming through with a similar project throughout the village, to upgrade the pipelines that are there. And again, basically it is for the benefit of the general public and the consumers that we are taking over these tasks. So we would be coming through Sandy Point probably within the next 2 weeks with a similar project. And it would be a similar thing. We would have to interrupt the supply on a daily basis to execute the works. So again, we are asking for the patience and understanding and know that what is being done is for the benefit of all.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, 25 minutes down after the hour of 9 o'clock. We're going to make a short break, and we're going to bring in the other folks who are going to be speaking today. Of course, today is a kind of tight day, and so make that break, get some commercials in here. When we come back, some more about traffic on the road.
We are all in this together.
And we all have a part to play to keep our island COVID-free.
Play your part and stay safe and healthy.
Our borders will soon be reopened. Get ready.
Wellness Week is an opportunity for us to bring awareness to the impact of non-communicable diseases within our federation. Our Soca Size event here this evening is actually focusing on one of those risk factors, which is lack of physical activity. So increasing your physical activity will carry you one step closer to reducing your impact of getting a non-communicable disease such as diabetes, heart disease or cancer. So we just want to say thank you to those of you who participated in our events during the week, and I'm just happy that we brought this week to a close in such a successful manner.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Brown of J Black Productions, and I am a commercial multimedia specialist. Recently, I made the jump to go from the corporate world to the full-time entrepreneurship life, and I'm here to tell you that I'm loving it. One of the reasons why I made the jump into the full self-employment arena is I love that I get to develop and thrive in my own creative space. You get to
All right, we are back, and Mr. Gilbert, I'm going to let you introduce the folks here as we get some more updates on the road. Just pull the mic just a little for you. Yes, okay, go ahead.
We are back. Thanks again to the public. I must take this opportunity to thank ZLZ Radio for giving us this opportunity where we can come and actually update the public. And we want to thank Ronnie Wascall too for a job well done. We are here in the studio with the main contractor, Sawi Paving, and we have the representative, Mr. Michael Morrison, who is the project manager for Sawi Paving on that project. Also, we have in the studio two good gentlemen from the cable company, and they are here with us. They are actually a partner with us in the corridor from Wellington Road right up to the end, where they are laying new ducts to install new fiber optic cable. And as I said before that, the internet is a big thing now in St. Kitts. Whether you want it or you don't want it, it is here and it's here to stay. And the service is expanding, it's increasing, and therefore they are actually taking the opportunity while we are doing the road work to actually.
As been shared by Mr. Gilbert this morning, we are upgrading our infrastructure. Two main streams along that line of work. So first and foremost, it is that as customer, and the infrastructure that we're putting in place to do that is going to be the optical fiber. In addition to that, now that we have the opportunity to build a brand new network, recognizing that we are in the hurricane belt, the intention now is to put this infrastructure on the ground so that even in the event of something like a hurricane, that we will not have a disruption in the service. So we're taking advantage of the opportunity that the roadworks are being done so that we can put the ducts in place through which we will be running the fiber cables to provide the service to our customers. There are some challenges, as we know that it is perhaps the busiest corridor on the island, and we are collaborating with all of our partners, and we're all in there trying to get it done efficiently so that we can deliver the service and the road back to our customers. So there is quite a bit of coordination, and I want to take this opportunity to thank the other utilities, right, for the collaboration, for the patience, the interaction, the working, and to Surrey Paving and to the Public Works Department, Mr. Gilbert in particular, for that, because you can well imagine for projects of that nature, things do not always go according to plan, and you have to make adjustments while you are there at the time to keep moving forward while you navigate these unforeseens. So thank you to all the parties concerned, and thank you to St. Kitts for the patience, but we can assure you that this work is being done for the benefit of the island, okay, and as we build this infrastructure to take the country forward.
Very glad that we are getting some good updates today. Folks are understanding and no more grumbling when you drive through or you walk through.
Good morning. My name is Val Brown. I'm the manager engineering at the cable. As Joshua said, you know, we are putting in all this infrastructure because in the coming year, that is in 2021, we'll be building a brand new network, fiber optic network that would be of a very high quality and would deliver speeds that will be unbelievable in St. Kitts. These ducting that we're putting in is to enable us, as he quite rightly said, to start laying the groundwork. As the roads have been dug up, we will be putting in manholes, ducting, and we would be covering the whole island with underground cables so that the whole system will be more resilient to hurricane, because this is something that we have to look at and face every year. The hurricane season are coming, we get damages, and with a more resilient and robust system, we would have less damages. The cable is always looking forward to new innovation, new technology, and this system that we'll be installing would be top of the line. A contractor will be coming in to do the overall design and upgrade. And when we're finished, the country will be proud. We'll be able to connect all the schools via fiber optic cable, hospitals, the health centers, and also the business community and the regular customers. So it's an exciting program that we're looking forward to in the coming year. Thank you.
Very exciting. Very exciting. Mr. Silverman, good day.
Good morning to you and your listeners. Hi, morning again. Thanks for having us here to explain to the general public what has been happening and to basically win them, to bring them on our side. Right? Yes, we have.
The shoulders are broad.
Our shoulders are very broad. Yeah. This is a multi-agency approach, as Mr. Gilbert indicated earlier. We have the cable, water, there's a bit of flow inside there, and skeleton. We are all cooperating, right? And no persons are wondering when they're going to see asphalt, but it's coming, right? Our main role on this project is to lay asphalt and prepare the base, but that cannot be done until the cable gets there, ducting in, the water, replace the lines, because this is about the future, right? And if you want resilience, you have to do it now. In another 50 years, these services will not be replaced. And there is no better time to do it than now, right?
You don't want, when you finish covering, everybody dig up again.
We start to dig, right? That's very expensive and disruptive, right? As it relates to asphalt, unfortunately, the weather has changed, and this week is looking a bit daunting, but we anticipate that over the weekend, Kearn Street, in particular, that busy corridor, we should start paving again. That's from Westbourne Gut, somewhere close to by the prison, heading right down to Baker's Corner. And immediately, we'll move our entire team onto Wellington Road, because Wellington Road right now needs some attention. We've already started reinstating the trench that the water has done. There's another trench on the other side that the cable has done. So we'll be reinstating those areas come next week. Right? Once that is done, the public will be at rest. Our aim and our goal is to finish all this before the Christmas period.
Yes.
And I'm sure all the other partners have that in mind.
Your timeline is just before Christmas?
Yes. Okay. So by the end of this month, our aim is to finish everything.
What's the possibility of night work? I've seen you done it before.
We've considered night work, and at this point I can't commit to any night work because there are other partners who we will need to contact to iron this out. But it's not an impossibility. It might be possible. But again, our aim is to complete before Christmas.
Okay. Sounds good. Santa's coming. Bringing us new road and new infrastructure. Mr. Gilbert?
Yes,
you're
I'm
having
here.
all these people making you happy. Talk to me now. Let the folks know how happy you are to know that these things are going correctly.
No, I'm not quite happy, you know, because I'm trying to coordinate and sleepless nights, trying to work out logistics as how to approach it the next day and ask the good Lord to guide me, you know, in the process. But we are working steadily to complete the mission for Christmas. So we should have a brand new road with the infrastructure in place, so that at the end of the day we don't have to go back and dig the road again to install new cable because somebody forgot that or somebody coming up with a new idea. We're trying to get them on board so they can do what they have to do. So it is creating some delays and inconveniences. So we apologize for that, and we assure you that at the end of the day we will all have better services in St. Kitts going forward.
All right.
I just want to add that the work that we're doing at present at the cable would have absolutely no effect on the existing customers. So that if you have any issues, it's not because of what we're doing right now. So I just want to give that assurance.
Okay, so if anybody having any issues...
Right, it's not because of the lane of the docks
and they should report it so that you guys could check it out.
Report any issues that you're having. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay, Mr. Engineer.
I have interacted with some of our customers, and they say, well, you know, my service hasn't been working for the past 3 or 4 days. And we're saying, well, you know, if it's not working, just let us know immediately that it's not working. It doesn't have anything to do with the work that is ongoing now. Just let us know.
Okay. All right. Guys, we had a long morning, didn't you?
Faster.
Yes, for us again, thank you very much. Thanks for the patience. We're really looking forward to delivering this service for the people and the country of St. Kitts. And we know we see the dream. We know what the benefits are, and it touches us deeply that we are at this point in time where we are part of this future, and really looking forward to see the benefits coming to the country of St. Kitts and the people of St. Kitts.
Okay, 100 megs. We're looking forward to that.
So, yeah, just want to give the public the assurance that the work we're doing is futuristic. We're looking into the future because, I mean, it has been realized that internet, high-speed internet with good reliability and resistance and resilience, will be the wave of the future. So, at the end of this project, when all is said and done, the people of St. Kitts will be proud of the service that the cable will be delivering. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr.
Gilbert?
I want to thank the good gentleman and the lady for coming today to the radio station and to join with me. Week after week I am here, but I thank them for the support today, for you to hear it from them who are actually in the trenches doing the work day after day. And to the public again, I want you to cooperate with us and to share some understanding and to use alternative routes where possible. Thanks again. We'll keep you updated and in tune as we progress with the road work.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming in. and giving us some really valuable updates as to what's going on in our main hub in Bastia. Really strong hub that, I know a lot of folks are a little disgruntled, but now they can understand what is going in there and all the hiccups that is involved. So when it's finished, I'm sure we'll be having some nice smooth roads, bring out the sports car. Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Okay.
The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense needs